to wait for 4-5 minutes, we can, no problem.
Okay, sir.
So we'll start, sir. No problem. Sir. The people who are joining will be joining, sir. They can join.
Okay, sir. Please start, sir. Please start.
Sheetal.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, Management Department of CMS College, collaborating with AMFI to conduct a national webinar on the topic, Financial Empowerment Through Wealth Creation. In the name of CMS College and myself, I welcome each one of you. For the welcome address, I request Mr. Manoj Kumar, sir, for the welcome address.
Thank you, Sheetal. Good afternoon, my dear professors, friends, and students. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all for this national webinar on financial empowerment through wealth creation. I feel that this is an apt time where such a webinar is being conducted. Due to this pandemic situation, we are forced to have a virtual webinar. On behalf of the management, principal, staff, and students of CMS College of Science and Commerce, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, I welcome the resource person of the day, Sri Suryakant Sharma, Senior Consultant, Association of Mutual Funds in India, and former DGM, SEBI. I also welcome Mr. Ahmed, Coordinator of AMFI, all the professors of different institutions in and around in India and abroad, students and friends to this webinar. I'm sure that this session will be beneficial to you all. Thank you.
Introduction. This gentleman is a commerce graduate and master in law with specialization in corporate law, 35 years of experience in banking and finance, and served as a leading financial institute. He joined SEBI in 2003 and served for more than 15 years. He is also a member of working group of NCERT for developing vocational courses for 11th and 12th students, mentor of few NGO working for the financial literacy and investing awareness. Later, he joined as an association of mutual fund in India, an apex body of mutual fund in India as a senior consultant. I invite Suryakant Sharma, sir, to the dais.
Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you, Dr. Manoj. Thank you, all the organizing team members and the students and participants. I am very much thankful and privileged to be with you, of course, through this platform only. But whenever situation normalizes, Mr. Manoj, I would be very happy to be with you physically as well in your college. I am also thankful to the honorable principal of your college for giving permission for such webinar. Before my session I start, I just want to make it very clear that this program is from Association of Mutual Fund in India, which is an apex body of mutual funds in India, Mr. Manoj. But it is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds. It is purely an investor awareness program. And the purpose is just to sensitize the participants the importance of money in their life and how we can better management our money. I would be very happy, Manoj sir, if 4 or 5 videos are on during my session, so that I feel I am connected to somebody. If all videos are off, sometimes a feeling crept in that to whom I am talking to. So if 4 or 5 videos are on, so that I feel we are connected. So, and I will try to make my session interactive, because I will be taking your name and name of other organizers again and again to connect all the participants through you only.
Students, please switch on the video.
Not all, only 4 or 5 will do. Not all.
Nish, Sudarshan, Sheetal.
Okay. So, 2-3 more things I wish to make it clear here, that this program is for the participants. And particularly, I am told that a majority of participants are students only. So I will wish them, if they can, kindly have a pen and notebook with them, so that they can note down anything they found, new idea or new information during my session, which they can explore through Google and website. Manoj, Mr. Manoj, you are aware that everything is now available on websites. People can explore, but it is my session is just to sensitize them, just to encourage them to go deeper into the subject. Thirdly, I will be very happy if more and more questions come from the participants, because that will be a reflection that participants have been with us. They have interest in the subject, and they have a lot of queries and doubts about the subject. So kindly put your doubts and query in the chat box. Once my session is over, Mr. Manoj and his team will take it up. And once my session is over, we will make the town hall open. Anybody can just raise the hand and ask the question directly as well. And I will try to make my session as simple as I can, my dear participants. So first, I want to ask, I don't know whether, because since all videos are off, I want to ask one basic question to one of the participants who can keep their video on. If Vijay Lakshmi ma'am or Lakshman Singh or anybody, Supriya, Brinda or Gopiar Bolagani sir, if they can, if they keep their video on, I can try to make this an interactive session. Is there any problem, Mr. Sabjar? Hello? Mr. Sabjar? Okay, I just watched because...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Is there any problem with all the participants?
No, sir.
Because despite requests, nobody is keeping their videos on.
Sir, okay, sir, okay. Please, Sudarshan.
Yes, sir.
Sir, please on your video, please.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And please inform 4 or 5 assistant professors also. Mr. Manoj,
Okay,
sir. Please on videos, 4 or 5 videos on, please.
Okay, okay, no issue, no issue. Okay.
I request 4 or 5 assistant professors or other scholars, please on videos, please, during the whole session, please.
Okay, Mr. Sudarshan, I just ask a basic question to you, because your video is on. Tell me, what is the source of money for us? What is the source of money? Can you unmute yourself?
Income, sir. Income.
Okay.
We are working for the company where they will be paid for us, sir.
Okay. Income is the main source. I think most of the participants will agree with you.
Yes, sir.
My dear, one other aspect is there, or which other main source of money is there, which we generally don't talk about. And Hemalata ma'am might be knowing.
Yes, sir. If you get good employment, we can earn money. So that will be the main source. Once if you are educated well and if you are employed well, then we can get a good source of money.
Ma'am, you are right. Normally, most of the middle class, salary class person like you and me think like this only. Because we focus only on the income portion, because we earn somewhere, we get employment, or we are in business, or we are in profession. So we earn money. That is the main source. But ma'am, you might not be aware, but there is other source also which is equally important. And that source is, my money should also earn money for me.
Yes.
That is equally important, and we don't give importance to that aspect of the money, my dear Sudarshan. Normally we talk about the money we earn, but we should give equal importance that my money should also earn money for me. And my whole topic will be, my whole session will be on the second aspect. How my money can earn money for me. Hemalata ma'am, this is my focus in my session. And for that, I just ask one more thing to Hemalata ma'am. Ma'am, tell me, what are the two main things money gives gives to us in life? What is the two main things money gives us? Anything?
Most of the things in the life, no, sir, because we can have a
Manoj sir,
convenient life.
Can you enlighten?
We can give good educated things. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mr.
So
Manoj.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Of course, the happiness can be earned from some other things other than money, but money will give us sophistication, then the convenient life, the good life, or we can give good education for our children. So that it gives many things.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, okay. You are right. What you are saying. My perception is that, ma'am, that money gives us two most important things in our life. The first thing is prosperity. Money gives us prosperity, and we can do anything when we are prosper, ma'am. You will agree with me, because when we have money, we can do a lot of things which you just narrated. But money also gives us one more thing, ma'am. That is security. Money also gives us security. But when money gives us security, Manoj sir, only when we have plenty of money. When we have a lot of money in our life, I feel secured and no problem. One day, ma'am will have 100 crore rupees in her bank account. When 100 crore rupees in her bank account, she will feel okay, no problem now. I have got 100 crore rupees in my bank account. I can, I feel secure. If anything happens to me, I will manage with that money. So money also gives us security. But ma'am, you know it very well that 100 crore will not be in our account normally. If we are all middle class, salary class person, 100 crore will not be there in our bank account. Though there will be good amount, but 100 crore will not be there. So how we can have security in our life, ma'am? Because my dear participants, you will agree with me that we think first about security, ma'am. Only after that we think about prosperity. A human nature is, a human being first think about the security only, and after that they think about the prosperity. So how we can feel secure? And for security in our life, I will request all the participants, including your students, kindly note it down. We should do 3 things in our life as early as we can. Mr. Sudarshan, it is also for you. Of course, you are a student today, but you are going to be an earner very soon. So you also note it down. These three things we must do at the early stage of our career when you start earning. Of course, if ma'am has not done any of these 3 things, she should do it as early as possible. But even the students who are not earning today, they should understand that these 3 things are very, very important for their security. The first thing we should have, ma'am, every individual must have adequate life insurance cover. Adequate, Mr. Sudarshan, you must understand, adequate life insurance cover we must have. And ma'am, you will ask me, what is the purpose of having life insurance cover in our life? Yeah, but you know it very well, ma'am, that life is pretty uncertain. Today we are okay. Yeah. We are talking to each other. We are seeing each other. But we don't know what will happen tomorrow. We may live for another 100 years, but even tomorrow it's pretty uncertain. So life is pretty uncertain, and this uncertainty is a fear. Ma'am, this uncertainty, Manoj sir, is a fear. Fear in the sense that I always a fear in back of my mind that everything is okay today, ma'am. I am earning, my family enjoying, my kids are getting education. We are thinking of a house. We are thinking of the lot of things in our life. life is on, life is going on very well. But if something happens to me tomorrow and I am not available to my family, ma'am, what will happen to my family? How they will survive? How will they will manage their monthly affairs? How the education of children will be taken care of? How we will pay the EMI which we have, I have got a house loan, how we will have a vehicle, how we will take care of other family obligations. These all things always in my mind, ma'am. And to overcome that fear, an individual must take adequate life insurance cover. The purpose of life insurance cover, madam, is very simple, that in case I am not available to my family tomorrow, at least my family will not have any financial problem. And a good amount will come to them through life insurance claim, which they can deposit somewhere, get some regular income, take care of their monthly expenses. And apart from that, that can also taken care of the education of the children, marriage of the children, a lot of other things in life. That is why we take life insurance cover. So my first request to all the participants, even the student, they should understand, Manoj sir, you are all young professors. So you all must have adequate life insurance cover. Ma'am, we do take life insurance cover, but that is a token life insurance cover, 5 lakhs rupees, 10 lakh rupees, 15 lakh rupees life insurance cover. That is not going to serve the purpose, my dear participants, kindly understand it. We have to have adequate life insurance cover. And what is the definition of adequate life insurance cover, Mr. Sudarshan? As a thumb rule, your life insurance cover should be minimum 10 times of your annual income. Life insurance cover should be minimum 10 times of your annual income. Suppose, Manoj sir, your annual income is 20 lakhs. Then ideally speaking, you should have life insurance cover of 2 crore rupees. I don't know, Manoj sir or madam has taken life insurance cover of 2 crore rupees. Normally, we do take life, that is 10 lakh, 20 lakh, 30 lakhs. So it is not going to serve the purpose. Kindly take adequate life insurance cover. And nowadays, Mr. Sudarshan, a very good insurance product is available in the market, which was not available at least in my time. That is called term insurance, TERM, term insurance. Term insurance is a pure insurance product where you can have a adequate life insurance cover by paying a very paltry sum as monthly premium. Suppose if your age is between 25 to 30 years, then you can have a term insurance, life insurance cover of 1 crore rupees by paying a monthly premium of hardly 400 rupees or 500 rupees. That, ma'am, you will agree with me, anybody can afford. So we should take adequate life insurance cover to overcome the fear of uncertainty in our life, that in case I am not available and my family will get a reasonable amount. This is the first thing. Second thing, ma'am, I wish to request all the young professors and lecturers and faculty members of your college, and even students should understand that we should take adequate health insurance cover. Hemala Latha ma'am, life insurance cover is a different one and health insurance cover is a different one.
Yes, sir.
Normally people get confused. That I have taken life insurance cover, why I should take health insurance cover? Health insurance cover purpose is totally different, Manoj sir. In health insurance, we take that in case some medical emergency arises with me, some disease might have been discovered, or I might have met with an accident. And in that eventuality, Sudarshan, where I will go? I will rush to the best hospital available nearby. I will not like to go to the government hospital because we know the status of the government hospital. We will be forced to go to the private hospital. But in private hospital, ma'am, when we go, they charge exorbitantly. They charge like anything. If you remain there in a private hospital for 10, 12 days, Manoj sir, they may raise a bill of not less than 10 lakh rupees or 12 lakh rupees. From where that money will come? If I don't have health insurance cover, either I will have to get some savings withdrawn and pay to the medical bill to the hospital, or I will take I will raise temporary loan from my friends and relations. And both these things are painful. That is why I am requesting all earner must have adequate health insurance cover, that in case anything happens to me, I am required to go to the best hospital, get the best treatment. All the treatment expenses will be directly paid by the company to the hospital. You will not be required to pay any single penny. You will simply go to the hospital, get the best treatment, come home, recover. That is the purpose of health insurance cover. And nowadays, a very good health insurance product is available in the market, ma'am. It is called floater health insurance cover, FLOATER, floater health insurance cover. It is also called umbrella health insurance cover. The uniqueness of this health insurance cover, Mr. Sudarshan, is that I can include my wife, I can include my kids, and I can also include my parents in the singular policy which I have taken. So in the one singular policy, all members of the family are insured. If anything happens to any member of the family, they can go to the best hospital available nearby, get the best treatment, come home. All expenses, they will be paid directly by the company to the hospital. This is the second request I want to make to the participant. Third request, Hemlata ma'am, this corona has changed our life. You will agree with me that this corona has changed our life.
Yes, sir.
Lot of
That's
things
true.
has changed. How we meet, how we interact, how we live our life, how we socialize with the other person. Everything has changed. But
Yes.
and this corona has taught of hundreds of lessons. And one of the most important lesson corona has taught, my dear Sudarshan, is that every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. Naturally, madam will ask why we should have emergency fund. Ma'am, you are very lucky, your jobs continued here. You continue to get regular salary, but at the same time, you are aware that lakhs of people had lost their job.
Yes.
Lakhs of people have got substantial reduction in their salaries and income. Businesses were closed, professions were closed. So people had no income at all for months together. For months together, they were without income. And this, ma'am, corona has not gone. Corona is still there. Or a new virus may come in the future. That is why I am requesting all participants that every family must have an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. Mr. Sudarshan, that in case in future there is a break in your job, you don't get salary, your business is closed, your profession is closed, at least you are able to manage your monthly affairs for the family for minimum 1 year. For that purpose, that emergency fund is a must. And Manoj sir, this 5 to 7 lakh is not a small amount for all of us. It is a big amount, but we can accumulate it, this amount over a period of time, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years. But once it is in place, we have to make a promise with ourselves that we will never use this emergency fund for any other purpose except for the emergencies in our family. I am not saying that you keep this emergency fund in currency form at home or leave it in bank account. Alternatively, Mr. Sudarshan, what we can do, we can put the FD. We can make FD of this emergency fund so that whenever emergency arises, I can withdraw this fund immediately. So I will also be earning some regular reasonable income on it, but money is in our hand. So the third thing I wish to request is kindly develop an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. So I again repeat, for security purposes, my dear friends, kindly have adequate life insurance cover, have adequate health insurance cover, and then develop an emergency fund of around 5 to 7 lakhs. Now, Mr. Manoj, now the second thing is, as we just discussed, what is the main source of our income, Mr. Sudarshan? Our income is salary. Normally, salary we get from the employer. And what we do with the salary, Mr. Manoj? A majority of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly expenses, regular expenses. Regular expenses, a majority of our salary goes into taking care of our monthly expenses. If I am earning 50,000, Then around 35-40,000 goes into taking care of our monthly expenses. But there is one uniqueness with all the Indians, my dear Manoj, my dear Sudarshan. There is a uniqueness with all of us, with Indians, particularly Manoj sir. And what is uniqueness, sir? Oh, we sincerely try not to spend all the money which we earn. We sincerely try to take away some money. Suppose Manoj sir is earning 50,000 a month. He will definitely try to take away some money out of 50,000. He will not spend all 50,000. He will sincerely try to take away maybe 1,000, maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000, whatever circumstances permits. But he will try to take away some money from his income which he don't spend. And the money which he don't spend, Manoj sir, normally it is called savings. It is called savings. The money which we don't spend out of our income is normally called savings. And we all save. We Indians have got a habit. It is in our DNA that we save some money. We save some money. Definitely we save money. Maybe it depends how much money we save, but we try to save the money. So the money which we don't spend is called saving, and we are all savers. But unfortunately, what happens that money which we are saving is, we are very casual about it, Manoj sir. Casual in the sense that if you are earning 10,000 or 50,000 and you are saving 10,000 a month, then this month it might be 10,000, next month it might be 8,000, third month it might be 15,000, fourth month it might be even be zero. So we are not regular in saving. So my first request to all the participants, including the students, to kindly understand the importance of regular saving. And for that, I will request all of you, kindly identify an amount of saving which you can comfortably save. I am not prescribing anything that you should save 10%, 20%, 30%. This I am not prescribing. What I am saying is, whatever you can save must be saved every month without fail. Suppose Manoj sir says that his income is 50,000 and his expenses are around 40,000. So what he is saying that he can save 10,000 a month. Then my request is very simple, sir. You must first save this 10,000. Then whatever remains, you take care of your monthly expenses. This promise has to be made. This discipline has to be made with us. And of course, Manoj sir, it is tough, but it is not impossible. We can do it, provided we make a commitment with ourselves that come what may, I will save this amount, ma'am. We can do this. So first request to all of you is, kindly identify an amount of saving out of your income and then religiously save that amount without fail. This is first request, ma'am. I want to make all the participants, even students, they should understand. Second thing is, ma'am, kindly keep increasing the amount of saving every year minimum by 10%. Ma'am, again, it is possible. How it is possible? Because we get DA, we get increment, or we get increase in our salary every year. So with the increase in income, we must increase our savings as well. So suppose we are saving 10,000 this month, then ideally speaking, next year we should save 11,000 a month. And third year, it should be 12,100. These two things, basic things, very simple thing about saving, Manoj sir, but very, very important thing. If we commit these two things in our life, if we agree to practice these two things in our life, I can promise you, you will have less problem in your life as far as financial issues are concerned. So kindly identify an amount of saving and then keep increasing saving every year minimum by 10%. This is my request. Now the next question arises, what we do with the savings, ma'am? What we do with the savings? We are all savers. We are saving, no problem. That is not an issue. We are all, but what we do with the savings which we are saving every month? What we do? There are two options available, ma'am. One option is that whatever I am saving every month, what nonsense I am doing is, I am taking out that amount from my bank account and keeping that saving in currency form at my home, or just leaving that amount in my bank account. Both these things are foolish and we must not do. No participant should do this. Never, because it is a gross injustice to ourselves, to our family, and to our country as a whole. Then naturally you will ask me what to do. Then Chetu Venkatachalam sir, the other option is also available for us, and rather we are all doing it. That is, ma'am, we are putting our savings, number one, into acquisition of some assets, value of which will increase in future, or in some financial instrument which will give us periodical and regular return. The process of putting our savings, number one, in acquisition of assets or in financial instrument, ma'am, what it is called? It is called investment. It is called investment. So saving is the first step and investment is the second step. We are all savers, but we are all investors as well as. And we all have to be investors. Because Manoj sir, only through investment, my money will earn money for me. There is no other option. Only through investment, my savings will earn money for me. So we have to be investor. There is no option of it. We have to be invested. And perchance, we are all investors, Manoj sir. Whoever is earning must be putting their money in some or other instrument. So we are all investors. We are all investing our money. But one thing is very pathetic with regard to middle class, salary class person, ma'am. I don't know whether you will agree with me or not, but it is indeed a very pathetic state of affairs with the middle class, salary class person, that despite their sincere efforts in savings and investment, most of the middle class, salary class person just remain money accumulators. They don't become wealth creators. I again repeat, most of the middle class, salary class person, despite their sincere efforts, just remain money accumulators. They don't become wealth creators. But one thing you must understand and appreciate, my dear participants, that wealth creation will happen only through, prosperity will come only through wealth creation. It will never come through money accumulation. And prosperity, we all want. We all want to be prosper. But it will come only through wealth creation. It will never come through money accumulation. So we should now first understand what is the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation. Because once the difference is clear to us, then we can think of becoming a wealth creator and don't remain money accumulator. And for making you understand the difference between money accumulation and wealth creation, Manoj sir, I want to take your name. Kindly permit me to take your name. That suppose Manoj sir has got 1 lakh rupees with him and he goes for 1 year bank fixed deposit, bank FD for 1 year. Manoj sir, we are all aware that the bank interest rate presently is around 6% on FD. So you go for the bank FD of 1 lakh rupees for 1 year. It is also an investment. When I meet you after 1 year and just ask you what happened to your bank FD, you are happy, you say that you have earned 6,000 rupees as bank interest and your money has been given back by the bank. You are not right, sir. You should not feel happy. Because you, of course, you got 6,000 rupees as bank interest income. But my dear sir, you simply ignored two very important factors while analyzing return on your investment. In this case, your FD. 6,000 you earned. It's sheer notional return, sir. It is sheer notional return. Sheer notional return. It is not the real return. Because you ignored two very important factors, madam. if you understand. And what these factors are, Manoj sir? The first factor is inflation. Inflation is a part of our life. We always deal with the inflation with a pinch. We talk about the inflation day in, day out. We are feeling inflation every day. And what is inflation, Manoj sir? Simply speaking, inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. That is inflation. Increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. So last year, Manoj sir, when you were going for the for bank FD, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees, instead of going for bank FD, would you be able to purchase same item, same services or avail same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees, Manoj sir? Would you be able to get the same item, same services after 1 year, ma'am? No, it will not be possible. Why? Because of inflation, the prices of those items have increased. The service, the charges of the service expenses of those services have increased. And suppose the inflation rate has been 5% during this 1 year when you had FD. What does it mean, Manoj sir? It simply means that last year, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees, after 1 year, for the same item, same goods and same services, you will need to pay, Mr. Sudarshan, not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees. Because of inflation, prices have increased. Am I right? Could you understand it, Sudarshan? Because of inflation, the prices of those same item have increased, and if the inflation has been 5%, it simply means that you will need to spend not 1 lakh rupees, but 1,05,000 rupees after 1 year for the same item, same good, same service. Now, one more factor. Now you see the proposition, my dear friend. Out of 6,000 Manoj sir earned as bank interest, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. Am I right? Could you understand it? Out of 6,000 Manoj sir earned as bank interest income, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation. But still one more factor is there, my dear friend. That is taxability. Manoj sir, as we all know, most of the income and return are taxable as per Income Tax Act. In the case of bank FD, the income tax rule says that whatever you earn as bank FD will need to be included in your income, as your income in your income tax return, and it has to be reflected as your income in income tax return. So 6,000 you earn as bank interest income, Manoj sir, will have to be reflected in the income tax return, and you will need to pay income tax as per your slab. Suppose you are in 20% slab. What does it mean? That on 6,000, Manoj sir, you will need to pay 1,200 rupees as income tax. Now you see the proposition, Manoj sir. You are very happy when you got 6,000 as bank interest income, but that was a notional return only. In reality, sir, out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, and 1,000, 1,200 you paid as income tax. Did anything remain with them, Mr. Sudarshan? No, sir. No. Rather, 200 rupees has gone out of his pocket, because 5,000 plus 1,200 is equal to 6,200. So there was no real return, though there was notional return of 6,000. Understand it very carefully. Though there was a notional return of 6,000 of bank FD, but in reality, Manoj sir has got nothing. Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, and he had to pay 1,200 rupees as bank interest income. So if our investment are like this only, where we don't get anything, then we are sheer money accumulators, my dear friends. My dear participant, you must understand, then we are sheer money accumulators. I take this example further, my dear friend, and suppose the interest rate is 8%. Suppose. In that scenario, Manoj sir will get 8,000 as bank interest income on 1 lakh rupees FD. Again, keeping inflation at 5%, out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. There will still remain 3,000. Out of 3,000, he will need to pay 20% income tax, that is 1,600 of 8,000. But even after that, Mr. Sudarshan, there remain 1,400. 8,000 minus 5,000 minus 1,600, remaining 1,400. That 1,400 is your real income. Understand it. And this 1,400 is going to create wealth for you. So kindly understand, unless and until we earn some real return on our investment, the purpose of saving and investment will be defeated. So kindly always see that you earn some real return on your investments. This is the very important point I wanted to make you understand to all the participants. Now the next question arises, why? Why we are money accumulators? Why most of the middle class, salary class person, ma'am, are money accumulators? There has to be some reason, because we are all not fools. We are all educated. We are all smart people. Then why we are money accumulators? There is some reason. Yes, the reason is there. And that reason, my dear Sudarshan, is not outside somewhere. That reason lies in our mind. That reason lies in our mind. In most of the middle class, salary class person, what is the reason? Most of us don't want to take any risk in life. Arey no, Baba, no. We don't want anything. Manoj sir will say, Arey sir, we will not take any risk. Don't talk about any risk. Tell us something about safe investment. Normally we talk, when we talk about investment, we normally say, ma'am, Arey no, sir. And we don't want any risky investment. Just tell us something about safe investment. But unfortunately, Manoj sir, there is no term safe investment. It is a notion only. It is an illusion only. Because in investment, madam, you must understand and appreciate that in investment, risk is there, except some governmental schemes. We will talk about that separately. But in investment, Manoj sir, risk is there. Degree of risk might vary from high to moderate to low. But always there will be risk. Kindly understand, risk will always be there. Whether you appreciate it or not, in investment, risk is there. Then, how we can manage our risk? This is a $1 million question. It is a very important thing, because once we accept that risk is there, then naturally the second question will come in our mind is how we can manage our risk. Because everybody would like to manage their risk. Everybody would like to minimize their risk. Yes, it is possible, my dear friends. But before that, I wish to make it very clear to all of you that risk can be managed, risk can be minimized, but risk can never be zero, sir. Ramchandran, sir, some degree of risk will always be there in investment. Always be there. Degree will vary. High degree to moderate degree to low degree. But in most of the investment, except some governmental saving schemes, risk will be there. So we should accept that risk is there in investment. But at the same time, we must try very sincerely to manage our risk and to minimize our risk. And yes, we can. My dear participants, I wish to make you confident that we all can manage our risk or minimize our risk in investment. How? Through a very simple two-word formula I wish to share with all of you. Students can note it down if they wish to note it down. The formula is very simple and only two-word formula, but it is very, very important formula, my dear friends. And just putting in on paper or notebook will not going to serve any purpose, Ramchandran sir, unless and until you put this in your mind and put it in practice. This formula has to be put in practice for risk management. So the formula is very simple. Think, understand, and invest. I have used three words, my dear friends. Think, understand, and invest. The first word I have used here is, Manoj sir, each think what we have to think. what are two most important things we have to think about ourselves? The first thing which we have to think about ourselves is our risk-taking capacity, our risk appetite. What is my risk-taking capacity? What is my risk appetite? How much risk I can take? And my dear participants, you must understand that every individual has got different risk appetite. Hemaltha ma'am has got different one. Ramachandran sir has got different one. Mr. Manoj has got, Dr. Manoj has got different one. Madhu Meena has got different one. Everybody has got different risk appetite, risk taking capacity. Why? Because our income is different, because we are in the different age group, because our obligations, family obligations are different, because our social structure is different, because our born and brought up is different. So every individual has got different risk appetite. One more thing is there, that even the risk appetite of an individual is not a permanent feature, permanent degree of feature, sir. It is not a stagnant that it will remain same throughout your life. No. Hemaltha ma'am, it will keep changing with the age. It will keep changing with the age. Sometime it might be high, sometime it might be low. So according to age also, our risk appetite keep changing. And for that concept you understand, I just take it out, take you from the different path, that is active life. Active life simply means, Hemlata ma'am, when I start earning and when I get retired. In between period is your active life. Normally it is between 25 years to 60 years. Normally it is between, because a person normally get started for job or profession or income around 25 years and get retired around 60. So this active life need to be divided into three phases. First phase is between 25 years to 40 years. Second phase is between 40 to 55 years. And the third phase is between 55 and above. And my dear participants, those who are in the first phase of life, that is between 25 to 40, and even students who have not entered even in the first phase, they are below 25, they should also understand the importance of first phase. Because first phase is the golden period of your life. I again repeat, the participants who are between the age 25 and 40, they are in the golden age, golden period of their life. And even students should understand that when they enter into this active life, that will be a golden period for next 15 years around. Why I am saying it's a golden period, my dear participants? Because you have started earning, you have income, but you have got relatively lesser liabilities. Either you might not have anyone married, and if married, no kids, or even kids, very small one. So the liabilities are relatively lesser in this phase of life, but you have started earning. So your whole emphasis in this phase of life should be to save as much as you can. This is the first thing you should do in this phase of life, is you should save as much as you can. And secondly, you should put your saving into the best investment options where you get maximum real return. First, you should save as much as you can. And secondly, you should put your savings into investment options where you ought to earn maximum real return. And this you can do even by taking some risk. And that risk, of course, has to be calculated risk. It should not be a blind risk, but you can take some risk, because you have got longer time to go. You have got a longer horizon. You are hardly 25, 30 today. So you have still 25, 30 years to go. If something goes wrong in your investment, you can rectify that mistake. You have got a cushion of period. You have got a cushion of years where you can make your mistake good. So in this phase of life, that is the first phase of life between 25 to 40, those who are in the first phase, I again repeat, it is a golden period of your life, and your whole emphasis in this phase of life ought to be to get maximum real return on our investment. This should be the sole object of your of investment in this phase of life. Now comes second phase, that is between 40 to 55. In the second phase of life, of course, you are earning, even your income has increased, but so is the liability. Your children are grown up. You have got a lot of things to do in your life during this phase of life. So in the second phase of life, you continue to keep focus on getting real return on your investment, but also keep an eye on liquidity aspect. Liquidity simply means when you need money, you should have money. That is the liquidity. Because you will have a lot of milestone in your life in this phase of life, and you will need huge amount at different intervals in your life in this phase. You should also keep an eye on the liquidity aspect, apart from, of course, on the real return. Now come the third phase, my dear participant, that is 55 and above. And when you enter this phase of life, your thinking will automatically change. Automatically, without any effort, it will change. In that phase of life, Hemalata ma'am, what we think? We give topmost priority to the safety of the money which I have accumulated from 25 years to 55 years. Safety of the money becomes paramount. I will not think much about the return aspect of investment. I will give my total focus on making my money safe, which I have accumulated from 25 years to 55 years. So in the third phase of life, our thinking totally changes. And in all these three phases, our risk appetite also changes. So kindly understand it. Our risk appetite also changes with the age. So the second thing I wish to request, the first thing is about take your investment decision according to your risk appetite. Second thing you have to think about yourself is time horizon of investment. That is equally important, my dear participant. But unfortunately, most of the middle class, salary class person don't give any importance to this aspect of time horizon of investment, which otherwise is very important. And what is time horizon investment? It simply means that we will need money in our life, Amarata ma'am, not in one go, but at different intervals. We will need money at different points in our life. This we can call it as milestones in our life. So we should think of investing our savings in such manner that when I need the money, I should have money. That is time horizon of investment. When I need money, I should have money. So time horizon of investment is very important. And for that, I will request all participants, kindly develop a financial plan for your family. And for that, if possible, kindly keep your family together. Next holiday, sit together, discuss all the major milestones likely in your life. Take a pen and paper. On the paper, make 3 columns: first column, second column, and third column. In the first column, put the milestone which are likely to be happen in your life. And my dear participants, what are the common milestones in our life for a middle class, salary class person? The first milestone in our life is marriage. Marriage is the first milestone where we need money. Then after marriage, birth of the children, celebration, again second milestone. Third milestone might be admission of the child in a good public school. Fourth milestone might be purchase or construction of a house for the family. That is very natural. Then purchase of the vehicle for the family if we have not taken so far. Then going on vacation has now become a milestone also, my dear friends, for middle class, salary class person, which was not at least in my time, but now vacation has also become a very important milestone. Every family wants to travel. If you are in Tamil Nadu, definitely you like to go to Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, other state of the country, Northeast, or even beyond country, America, Switzerland, France, Europe. We would your family will force you to go because it is a norm now for the middle class, salary class person. So vacation has also become a very important milestone. Then after some years, your children are grown up. Then the next important milestone which comes in your life is higher education and professional education of children. That is one of the most important milestones in our life. After that, when education is over, definitely you will think of their marriage. So marriage of children becomes next milestone. And the last milestone, my dear friends, you should understand that last very important milestone is living life in retirement period. That is also very important milestone, because once we retire, our regular income goes. We don't get regular income or salary every month, which we used to get when we were in employment, we were in service. So how we survive? Normally for retirement life, what we do? We accumulate a huge amount for the retirement life. And once we retire, we put that money into some investment, some financial instrument, some deposits, get some regular income out of it, and we survive. That is a normal course of living in retirement life. So in the first column, kindly put it the milestone which are likely to happen in your life. Most a common milestone I have narrated, but I give you leverage. Whatever you want to add, you can add on in that milestone. In the first column, put the milestones in your life. In the second column, against each milestone, my dear friends, put the period when this milestone is likely to happen in your life. Again, an idea only, precisely you can't put it down, but again, just an idea. Suppose somebody says that he's not married and is likely to be married after 2 years, put it 2 years against the marriage. Likewise, marriage, then of course, birth of the children around 3.5 years after. Then purchase of house 5 or 7 years, purchase of vehicle 8 or 9 years, vacation every 5 years. Then higher education of the children after 25 years, marriage of the children after 28 years, retirement after 30 years or so. So put in the period against all the milestones in the second column. In the third column, my dear friends, against each column, put the money you will need for each milestone. Suppose you say that I will need minimum 5 lakhs rupees for my marriage, other expenses will be taken care of by my parents, put it 5 lakhs against marriage. Likewise, against each milestone, just put the money, I have a broad idea what money you will need. 2 milestones I wish to specifically mention here for your information because they are very important. The first milestone, very important milestone in our life is higher education and professional education of children. That is very important for in all our lives, in every family. My dear friends, you might be aware, Manoj sir is not there. He kept his video off. But Manoj sir, today a good MBA degree comes around 20 lakhs. Oh, you are there, sir. Okay. Manoj sir, good MBA degree from a reputed institution cost around 20 lakhs today. Am I right, sir? Around 20 lakhs. But can you imagine, sir, what it will cost after 25 years? When a person of 25 years had got children going for higher education, can you just imagine, sir? It will be not less than 2 crore rupees per child, sir, because of inflation. The MBA degree, which is available today for around 20 lakhs, it will cost not less than 2 crore rupees, sir, after 25 years. And Manoj, sir, if you have 2 children, then you will need 4 crore rupees only for the higher education of the children. So put it 4 crore against the higher education children. Then marriage again, not less than 1 crore rupees. And last milestone, Manoj sir, is retirement life. Normally, what we do in retirement life? Normally, what we do in retirement life, Manoj sir, we accumulate money for the retirement life, put it some deposit, some investment, get the regular return and survive. Manoj sir, suppose you say that your monthly expenses today is around 30,000. Around say that it is around 30,000 today and your age is 30. Can you imagine, sir, when you become 60, how much you will need for every month as regular expenses? Have you ever imagined, sir? After 30 years, when you become 60, Manoj sir, you will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month because of inflation. Today, you are managing your affairs with 30,000. After 30 years, you will need not less than 2 lakhs rupees per month. So annually, you will need not less than around 25 lakhs. So you should earn a return of around 25 lakhs per year on your retirement corpus. Then how much should be your retirement corpus? Naturally, you must have an idea. You should have minimum 20 times of your annual expenses as retirement corpus. This is a thumb rule, sir. So suppose you need 25 lakhs per annum for your retirement life when you are at 60. You should have a retirement corpus of not less than 5 crore rupees. That is minimum, sir. Ideally speaking, you should have retirement corpus of around 7.50 lakhs to 8 crore. So 7.5 crore to 8 crore should be your retirement corpus. So put even the minimum 5 crore rupees. Then make the total of the last column, Manoj sir. You might get scary. But yes, I want all young participants who are between 25 to 35 to get them scary. Why? Because Manoj sir, if you make the total of the last column, you will notice that you will need around 10 to 12 crore rupees for your milestones only. Only for your milestones, you will need around 10 to 12 crore rupees. That is apart from the regular expenses from 30 to 60 years. I have not included those expenses, sir, monthly expenses. So from where 10 to 12 crore rupees will come, sir? You should think of it. From where it will come? Manoj sir might be very lucky going to the KBC show of Amitabh Bachchan winning 7 crore rupees. Yeah, but how many of us will win 7 crore rupees? Maybe 10 lakhs, maybe 1 out of 10 lakhs, maybe 1 out of 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs. What about the others? How they will have 10 to 12 crore rupees in life? Yes, my dear friends, now I want to give you confidence. We all can have 10. I'm giving to young people, I want to give you confidence that yes, you all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees in your life, but provided you are serious right from the day you start earning about savings, about putting your saving into investment, about earning real return on your investment, and about rule of compounding, which we'll talk later. We all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees. I want to give you confidence. And the chart which we have just prepared, sir, first column, second column, and third column, what is called, Manoj sir? It is called financial plan. It is called financial plan. And I personally feel that every family must have financial plan. Every family. And Manoj sir, it is not a rocket science. It is not a rocket science. You can sit with your family and discuss all the aspects of the milestone, and you can make a chart. And Mr. Sudarshan, when you start earning, you must prepare a financial plan in the first year itself, because that will give you idea how much money you will need at what time. And once the purpose is clear, when the object is clear, Mr. Sudarshan, then you will definitely make sincere efforts to have that money when you need it. That is the purpose and importance of financial plan. So I will urge all participants, even students, they should understand that every family must have financial plan. Now, one more thing I wish to request to all of you is rule of compounding, Mr. Sudarshan. Rule of compounding is 8th wonder of the world. It is 8th wonder, my dear. How it is yet wonder? That you will realize when you practice this in your investments in future. And what is rule of compounding in investment, Mr. Sudarshan? Very simply speaking, you have to make a promise with yourself. Manoj sir has already made this promise. When you start earning, you should make this promise with yourself that whenever and whatever I earn as return or income on my investment, I will never use that return or income for my personal affairs, for my family obligation, for vacation, for celebration, nothing doing. What I will do, whenever I get return or income on my investment, I will club that income or return with my original regular investment and reinvest. Simply speaking, you have to make a promise with yourself that I will never use my income or return on investment for my personal affairs. I will simply keep that reinvesting along with my regular investment. And my dear Sudarshan, if you do this for 15-20 years, you will be happily surprised that your return portion has become much greater than your original investment. But my dear friend, it will not happen today. It will not happen tomorrow. It will happen after 15-20 years. So kindly practice rule of compounding in your investment philosophy. So, Mr. Sudarshan, what we have discussed so far, first I discussed about the security, life insurance cover, health insurance cover, and then emergency fund. Then we discussed about the importance of identified savings, and then increasing saving every year by 10%. Then putting saving into investment mode. Then earning real return on investment. After that, risk management, how we can manage our risk. And then we discuss about the risk appetite, then time horizon of investment, then financial plan, and lastly, rule of compounding. All these things, Mr. Manoj sir, why I have taken so much of your time in these basic things, because I feel personally, Hemalatha ma'am, that these are very, very important to understand and to make you a successful investor. You must understand these aspects of investment very, very carefully. Because once you are not clear about these aspects, you may not be a successful investor. So kindly be a successful investor by understanding and practicing these things which we have just discussed. Now, last segment or around 15 to 20 minutes, Manoj sir, we will discuss where we have to invest. What are the investment options available for the middle class, salary class person? Manoj sir, if you open your video, I will now, the next small session is related to those who are already earning, those who are already earner. So you are already earner. So this segment is for you. So first, where we can invest is governmental saving schemes where we can invest, sir. Governmental saving scheme. And one of the best governmental saving scheme available in the market, sir. Hemlata ma'am, you also understand that is Public Provident Fund account, PPF. I don't know whether Manoj sir has opened this account or not, but Manoj sir, if you have not opened this account, you have done something, you have missed something. Kindly open Public Provident Fund account immediately if you have not done so far. It is a very good scheme of the Government of India. The scheme is for 15 years. Minimum amount you can deposit is 500 rupees. Maximum is 1.50 lakhs per year. You can open the PPF account in any of the post offices or in any of the bank, Manoj sir, where you are having your bank account. Even today, government is giving 7.1% return or interest on this in this scheme, and it is compounding every year. So kindly understand those who are already earning, and if they have not opened any PPF account so far, kindly consider opening a PPF account immediately. It is for 15 years. but it can be extended for another term of 5 years and 5 years and 5 years, likewise. After that, National Savings Certificate, NSC, it is there. I don't have time to give details of each scheme. You can go in, get the details from Google or websites of the concerning Ministry of the Government of India. Then after National Savings Certificate, Kishan Vikas Patra, where we can invest. Then after that, Hemalata ma'am, if you have girl child at your home, then a very good scheme of the Government of India is available. That is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Very good scheme of the Government of India, where you can invest up to 1.50 lakhs per year for your girl child. Maximum 2 accounts you can open for your 2 children, and even today Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana is getting 7.60% return, which is the highest return in governmental scheme. And Government of India has assured that they will give highest return in this Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. It is basically for the girl child only, and it is meant for the higher education and marriage of the girl child. So if you have girl child in your home, whose age are less than 10 years, kindly open a Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana account for that girl child. Maximum 2 account can be opened in a family. Then after that, you can invest in government securities. Last month, Honorable Prime Minister has started a portal that name is RBI Retail Central. This facility has been now made available to the general middle class, salary class person to invest in government security through this portal. You can go visit the portal, understand the terms and conditions of the scheme, and then you can register yourself, and then you can periodically invest in this governmental securities. After that, RBI also keep issuing bonds, taxable bonds and tax-free bonds. There also you can issue, you can invest. Then after that, Government of India has also started a line of credit, that is Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2. It is basically for Government of India undertaking for raising loan. So Bharat Bond 1 and Bharat Bond 2, you can also invest. All these schemes I have put under the umbrella of governmental scheme. And the uniqueness of these schemes, my dear participant, is that there is no risk. Whatever government is promising, government will give you return or income. And when your scheme matures, government will give back your money. So it is a risk-free investment. Though return may not be extraordinary, but in most of the scheme, it will be inflation beating return. And I personally feel, Mrityunjay sir, that a middle class, salary class person should invest not less than 15 to 20% of their investment into governmental scheme. You kindly consider of this. Then after that, second option is available for us is property or real estate. But before that, I want to share one more important thing to all of you. We should not invest our all money into one investment option only. We should develop a basket of investment to balance our risk. So we should invest in different investment options, and we should develop a basket of investment. And after that, real estate, Manoj sir, is one of the options, but real estate again has got risk, Manoj sir. How much return you will get? Not sure. Would you be able to sell the property when you need it? Not sure. And property and real estate are termed as illiquid asset, in the sense that it takes time to liquidate. Professor Ramaiah sir, I am not an expert in real estate, but I leave it to you. Whatever you want to, how much you invest in real estate, it is up to you. But real estate option is available for you. Then after that, Hemaltha ma'am, can you open your video for 2 minutes? because what I am talking now, it relates to you more. If you kindly open your video, I would be grateful. Okay. So next option where we can invest, Manoj sir, is gold, where we can invest. And when I start talking about the gold, Manoj sir, Hemlata ma'am and other female participants are very happy. They are smiling. They have got a different face on the smile on their faces, because our female members in our family passionate about the gold. They want jewelry, they want diamonds, lot of things. So gold has historically been one of the investment options for the middle class, salary class person. But earlier we were investing only in gold, ma'am, only through physical form, that is jewelry or biscuits. But nowadays other form of gold acquisition is available, that is digital gold facility is also available, my dear participants. And in digital gold, you need not purchase gold physically. You simply invest and a certificate will be issued to you that you purchase this much of gold. Whenever you want, you can sell it, that certificate, and get the gold purchase.
So is it paper gold which you are speaking?
Absolutely, sir. Paper gold, digital gold, basically digital gold. So, and a very good scheme of the government of India is on, Manoj sir. It is called sovereign gold bond scheme. It is government of India scheme, sovereign gold bond scheme. In this scheme, Manoj sir, you can invest minimum 1 gram gold money, or maximum you can invest it 4 kg gold money. The scheme is for 8 years, and government of India will give you, sir, 2.5% interest on it, or on your investment. Number one. And number two, whatever appreciation in the gold price is there, suppose, Manoj sir, today gold price is 50, and after 8 years, the scheme is for 8 years. After 8 years, suppose the scheme, suppose the gold price becomes 80,000, then the difference between 80,000 and 50,000, that is 30,000, will also be given to you. So there are two benefits. One is 2.5% interest, and second is the actual price of the gold when you redeem it, when you sell it. So it is a very good scheme of the government of India. Investment can be made, Manoj sir, online and offline. You can go to the website of RBI and even your banks, and you can make investment in sovereign gold bond scheme. But if you are not able to do, then you go to your bank. Most of the banks are operating this scheme, and open an account. And when you go on online, government is also giving you some discount of 50 rupees. That is also an incentive given when you go on online. And a certificate will be issued to you. No gold will be given to you. A certificate will be issued to you. And I personally feel that we should go for the digital gold only, paper gold only, honestly speaking. We should, because Manoj sir, nowadays even our girls are not interested in so much of jewelry and gold. That is why this is we should go for the digital gold, or paper gold, rather, what you just told us. And I personally feel that we should invest 5 to 7% of our investment in gold. Then last option available for us is security market, share bazaar, where we can invest. But Manoj sir, when I start talking about the share market, 2-3 messages will come in the chat box. Arey sir, nonsense. Don't talk about the security market. It is just speculation. We don't know how the prices go up, how the market goes down, and somebody might have invested some money on the advice of others, and he or she might have lost the money. So they will never invest in security market. Yes, that is there. Manoj sir, security market is purely knowledge-based market. First, understand it. Your student must also understand. Security market is purely knowledge-based market. And those who don't have knowledge of the market must not invest into the market directly, because it has got risk. But the risk in gold also, risk in real estate and property also. So in security market, risk is there. And those who don't have knowledge of the market must not invest directly. But one thing, Manoj sir, you might not be aware. Security market has given maximum return during last 35 years. Security market has given 15% average annual return, which no other product has given. Governmental scheme have given around 7 to 8% return. Property has given 8 to 9% return. Gold has given 6.5% to 7.5% return. But security market, my dear participants, have given 15% return. But I again repeat, it is a knowledge-based market. So kindly first get the knowledge of the market, only then you think of entering into the security market investment. This is first thing. Secondly, Manoj sir, I don't have time. Next time when you give me time, we will have a technical session for your students on security market only. That will be around 1.5 or 2 hour session. We will talk about the different aspect of the security market. There are 3 ways through which we can invest in security market. One is direct investment, one is primary market, other is secondary market. Both are direct investment mode, where we can directly invest. And third is indirect way of investing in security market, that is mutual fund. And Manoj sir, nowadays, a good number of youngsters particularly wants to know about the mutual fund. They are keen to know, because they have got a flair to know about investing in mutual fund, but they don't know much about the mutual fund. I don't have time. Next time, when Manoj sir gave me time, we will have a dedicated session on mutual fund for 2 hours. But to be very brief, I want to say the mutual fund is nothing but indirect way of investing into security market. You are not directly investing into security market. You are giving your money or savings to the experts, and then giving them leverage to invest your money in the security market and beyond, and get return for you. And mind it, sir, it is not a social service. It is purely a proposition when you are giving your money to them only for getting maximum return. Very clear. Secondly, for mutual fund is an indirect way of investing in a mutual fund. But Manoj sir, people don't know that mutual fund is not security market only. It is beyond security market also. It is beyond security market also, in the sense that in mutual fund, Manoj sir, there are schemes where you can invest your money in governmental securities. There are schemes in the mutual fund where you can invest into gold, exchange traded fund, gold funds are there. There are schemes in the mutual fund where you can invest in real estate and property. Schemes in the mutual funds are there. Then there are schemes in the mutual fund where you can invest in international corporates, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, SaaS, Oracle, lot of big names. You can invest in these big corporates sitting at your home. That facility mutual fund also provides to you. So but majority of the scheme of the mutual fund relate to security market only. And in mutual fund, the uniqueness of mutual fund, Manoj sir, is that in mutual fund, there are schemes which have got highest risk. But mutual funds have also got schemes which have got lowest risk. Mutual fund has got moderate risk. So there are different risks according to your risk appetite. Likewise, there are schemes in the mutual fund, Manoj sir, where you can invest and earn interest on daily basis, every night. Overnight funds are there. Then every day liquid funds are there. Then for a very short term, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, ultra short term debt funds are there. Then if you want to invest for 1 year or 2 years, medium term schemes are there. If you want to invest for longer period, debt fund and equity funds are there. So according to your risk appetite and according to your time horizon of investment, schemes are available in the mutual fund. There are 2 major categories in the mutual fund scheme in security market, Manoj sir. One is equity fund and other is debt fund. In equity fund, as the name suggests, your money will be invested into the equity shares and related instrument of the listed corporates. Kindly understand it. In the equity fund, Manoj sir, risk is higher because market will always go up and down, and your share prices will always keep moving upside or downside. So in equity fund, risk is there, but potentiality of getting higher return is there, sir. Mind it. Potentiality of getting higher return is there. So those who can take risk, those who are investing for the longer period, equity fund is a relatively better bet. And equity fund are more suitable, Manoj sir, those who are young like you. Because you have still go to 20 years, 25 years. But those who don't have longer period and those who don't want to take risk, then other category in equity fund is there, Ramchandran sir. That is debt fund, DEBT debt fund. In debt fund, your money will be given as a loan to the corporate. Manoj sir, understand the difference very carefully. In equity fund, your money will be given as a will be invested into the equity shares of the corporate. Prices will always keep up and go up and down. In debt fund, your money will be given as a loan to the corporate, and when your money is given loan to the corporate, the return will be reasonable and risk will be lesser. For those who don't want to take risk and are satisfied with the reasonable risk, debt fund is a better proposition for them. But those who want to get higher return, those who are in a position to take risk, those who are in a position to invest for longer period, then equity fund is a better bet for them. And demat account, my dear friends, is not mandatory for mutual funds. Demat account is mandatory only for the when you go directly purchase and sell shares. Mutual funds, you can have mutual fund investment without even demat account, but you can put your mutual fund investment into demat account as well. But it is not mandatory. So the best way of mutual fund investment for the middle class, salary class person, Manoj sir, very important thing I am saying to all of participants, kindly understand very carefully. The best way for investment for middle class, salary class person in mutual fund, Manoj sir, is SIP, systematic investment plan. It is the most benefit. It is a magic for middle class, salary class person, sir. Because we earned little bit money and then invest in regularly. So SIP gives us a facility of regularly investing even a small amount regularly. And minimum amount you can invest through SIP in mutual fund, Manoj sir, is 500 rupees. And maximum, there is no limit. You can invest any amount regularly. But SIP is a very good proposition for the middle class, salary class person, which I can give you through one example. Manoj sir, I am sharing you the facts of the case, but facts of the scheme, but I will not name the scheme because that will be indirectly marketing of that scheme, which I don't want to do, which I can't do rather. So, but facts are there, Manoj sir, just, and my dear participant, understand these facts very carefully. A mutual fund company, which is technically called AMC Asset Management Company, Manoj sir, started an equity fund in 1995. In 1995, an equity fund was started by a mutual fund company, and a smart investor like Manoj sir started an SIP of 10,000 rupees every month in that scheme. Means he started investing 10,000 rupees every month in that scheme. And Manoj sir is investing right from 1995 to today. Every month he is investing 10,000 rupees. Manoj sir, I again repeat, 1995 regular investment 10,000 rupees per month you are doing. Manoj sir, can you imagine what the amount has become today? Can you imagine, sir? Or can you give me just any idea what the amount has become today? 9.57 crore. 9.57 crore. That's the magic of SIP. Because market will always go up and down, sir. But you never stopped SIP. The success of yours is totally dependent when you are regular. Never stop SIP because Manoj sir, typically what happens when market goes up, people start investing money. When market goes down, people stop SIP, or they even withdraw money. That should never be done. For a middle class, salary class person, we have to be consistent in investment. We should always invest, regularly invest, maybe a small amount, maybe 500. Even I will request all your students, where Sudarshan has gone. Sudarshan, even all students can invest, can start investment of 500 rupees SIP in some good equity fund or some nifty funds. So then you will have out of your pocket money. Down the line, after 2-3 years, you will have the flair what the mutual funds are, what the SIP is. So SIP is a proposition for middle class, salary class person to develop a huge corpus over a period of time, but you have to be consistent. And there is no guarantee, my dear friends. I want to make it very clear. There is no guarantee. But of course, Manoj sir, you will agree with me, and I have a perception about our Indian economy. Next 25-30 years, Manoj sir, are going to be golden period for Indian economy. I personally feel. Next 25-30 years, Mr. Sudarshan, are going to be golden period for Indian economy. Who will get benefit of this booming economy? Only those who are investors. Those who are not investors will not get the benefit, my dear friends, very clearly. So you have to be investor to make you prosper. It is necessary that you have to be investor. One more facility, Manoj sir, available in the mutual fund, that is called SWP, Systematic Withdrawal Plan. It is opposite of SIP, Manoj sir. In SIP, we were depositing money every month regularly. In SWP, we are withdrawing money regularly. This is basically beneficial when we get retired. We don't have income, how to live our life, but we have developed a good corpus of mutual fund, suppose a 5 crore, 6 crore rupees. Now, suppose next month you are retiring. Now, no income will be there, but you have a 5 crore rupees corpus with the mutual fund. Over a period of time, you would already. You simply write in mail to them that next month onwards, kindly keep transferring 2 lakh rupees per month from my corpus to my bank account on first. And they will religiously do it, sir. That is your money only. The first benefit will be that you will get 2 lakh rupees in your bank account on first. And you will enjoy your life as you have been enjoying earlier. But the second benefit will be, Manoj sir, that remaining corpus of yours will continue to grow. So mutual fund is a very, very long topic, Manoj sir. I can't summarize it. Next time we will have 2 different sessions, one on security market, technical session for your students. The other might be for mutual funds for the person who are interested in investment. Last 2 things I wish to request to all of you, my dear friends, Manoj sir, and I wish you to take lead. Hemalata ma'am, I also request you kindly keep your video on if you can, because all faculty members, I am requesting now. Manoj sir, kindly take lead in this initiative, because unfortunately what is happening in our country, Manoj sir, there are a lot of people who are floating bogus scheme, Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. They will come to you, promising you higher return, doubling your money in 3 or 5 years, and one day they will simply vanish because they can't give you maintain return. How they can? And who is investing in those schemes, Manoj sir? You are not investing. I know. Hemlata ma'am is not investing, but not so affluent class of the society are mostly investing. Your peon, your driver, your maid servant, your taxi driver, your grocery shop owner, mostly they invest in those bogus schemes because of the temptation of getting higher return. So Hemlata ma'am, kindly start a campaign through your students across your area. Educate as much people as you can, that they should never invest their hard-earned money in such bogus scheme like chit fund, Ponzi scheme and committee. If they don't have anything, if they don't have any knowledge about other financial instrument, they should simply keep their money in bank and post offices. At least their money will be safe. And last thing I wish to request, Manoj sir, and throw you to all the participants. Ramchandran sir, prosperity is your right, sir. Manoj sir, prosperity is your right. Every individual has got right to be prosper. We all can be prosper. We might have born into a poor family, Manoj sir. That is incidental only. But we must not remain poor. We must not die as poor. And that is 100% possible, provided we started our journey of investment and saving in the right earnest when we start earning. And we continue to save and invest in a good investment product, earning good return, creating wealth, and be prosper. Thank you very much, Manoj sir, Hemlata ma'am, and Ramchandran sir, and all other faculty members who have given me time. Thank you very much. I want Manoj sir to give his observation about the session, then we can take question answer session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session. Like even I had a lot of doubts related to mutual funds and other things. And I'm sure that not only me, many participants might have had these doubts. And you have given a clear picture like what can be done, when is the right time to do investment, in which platform the investment can be done. A lot of not new, it may be new for many people, but many effective ways of proper investment, the right way of investing is been explained clearly, sir. Thank you, sir. And
Thank
we
you very
hope
much.
we
Thank you.
have more sessions with you in future.
Definitely, we can have more session as per your mutual convenience.
Fine, sir. Definitely. Sheetal?
Please raise hand. Please raise hand so we can unmute and you can ask directly questions. Please. Dear participants, please, Sheetal Rajesh, 1 minute.
Yes, Sheetal, you have any questions?
Please unmute your ID option.
Or anybody,
So
anybody have question, just raise their hand.
Thank you, sir. We are very happy to have you here, actually. And right from a very young age, it's a very old quote that is, money is not the important thing in our life. I think it's a very wrong quote. As you told, like money may not be the most important things, but it will affect everything we do, our lifestyles, our healthcare, and everything on a daily basis. Money is an important factor. So thank you for an informative section, sir. On behalf of CMS College and myself, I thank you. I'm extending my thankful note.
Thank you. Manoj sir might have some question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Sir, regarding a lot of companies are providing that demat account and share trading. So what is the which is the best?
Sir, opening of demat account, no problem. You can have demat account, but trading is a very dangerous proposition for the middle class, salary class person. Unless and until you have knowledge of the market, I have emphasized in my session as well, Ramchandran sir, you must not invest into the share market directly. And trading is a proposition where you are selling and purchasing every day. It is basically not the job of middle class, salary class person. Let it be to the brokers and other persons. For us, we should stick to the regular investment. That is all.
Okay.
Because that has got much risk. Ramchandran sir, can you unmute yourself and give your observation? Sabjar sahab, kindly unmute him. Ramchandran sir. Mr. Sabjar.
Yes, sir. Yes, please, sir. Please.
Ramchandran sir,
please, sir, unmute. Sir. Ramchandran sir, please.
Hello.
Namaskar, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a great pleasure. It's my heartfelt gratitude to you. I salute you for your great efforts throughout enriching faculty and scholars and research scholars and students throughout the globe in this field of study. Your work is highly remarkable, and it's a great achievement on the part of AMFI. It's very valuable, and also very creditable over for learning many informations. Today also you highlighted about the money value and how it goes on to impact over the component of decision in every and each aspect. I am very happy over to learn more and more in the coming days of webinar, and I praise the Lord and Almighty over for participating in this program. I salute you, sir, for your sincere efforts and your team. And I congratulate you, my heartfelt gratitude to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sir. Thank you.
Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar, sir, I want your observation as well. If possible, kindly unmute yourself. Sabjar Sahab, kindly unmute him.
Yes, sir. Yes. Please unmute yourself, Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar Mishra. Please, sir. Unmute your ID option, sir. Please, sir. Mrityunjay Kumar, sir. Sir, please unmute your ID option, sir. Please. Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar Mishra, sir. Sir, there is some technical issue from side, sir,
Okay, no issue. Any other any other question from the participants?
Dear participants, please raise hand. Please raise hand.
They can directly raise their hand. We will try to answer their queries and doubts if possible. If you have any question. No question? Yeah. Mr. Abhijit.
1 minute, sir. Mr. Abhijit, please unmute your question, sir. Please, sir.
Yeah. Sir, how we can show the investment related to the additional benefits, not about regarding the, I'm saying about the job, but apart from the job, if suppose I'm conducting classes and if through the classes, if I'm getting some money earnings, then how I can show it? Our second point, if suppose I'm having some expenditure apart from the regular routine job, if I'm having some expenditure related to the development of my institution classes, then am I able to show that in the tax deductions?
Yes, my dear, definitely you can show it from income from other sources.
Okay.
And whatever actual expenditure expenses are there, you can show it in your income tax return, and on remaining amount, if it is taxable, pay the tax. That's all.
Okay. Then second point, suppose I'm teaching. I'm apart from my regular, I'm actually assistant professor. I'm conducting the classes.
Hello.
If I'm teaching, how much tax I'm liable?
No, my dear, it will depend upon the quantum of income you have.
Okay.
Because income tax is leviable as per the quantum of income. 10%, 5%, 20%, 30%, whatever it may be.
Slab wise.
Yeah, so that is according to other income.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, Manoj sir, take it to the end now.
Sir, Manoj, sir, please unmute your ID option, sir, please.
Yeah, Sheetal.
Sir, I request Joel Matthew of 2nd BBA to propose a vote of thanks.
Ma'am, Joel Matthew is not in list, not in meeting. So I request Manoj sir, please conclude this webinar, sir, please.
Yeah.
Joel Matthew is not in meeting, sir.
Sheetal.
Yes, sir.
It's Sudarshan. No, Sudarshan.
Yes, sir.
Sudarshan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can propose vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. A warm and grateful afternoon to our resource person, Mr. Suryakant Sharma. Dear teachers and dear friends, it's my honor to propose a vote of thanks. I, Sudarshan, on behalf of CMS College of Science and Commerce and the entire fraternity of the institution, Extend my sincere thanks to the Almighty for making today event a great success. I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our resource person, Mr. Suryakant Sharma, who shared time from his busy schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear your thoughts. This will surely encourage us in all our future aspects. Sir, your thoughts have enlightened our mind and have shown us a new path, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. On behalf of Amfi and on my behalf, I am thankful to all of you, particularly senior professors like Dr. Ramchandran, Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar sir, Mr. Manoj, and other all senior members of the faculty. I feel honored when I see this very senior person and very very reputed person in my sessions, because honestly, I try to talk to the students, those who are in the, because I want to encourage them, I want to sensitize them about the importance of money. But when I see person like Ramchandran sir and Dr. Mrityunjay Kumar Sharma, Mishra ji in my session, I feel elevated. I am thankful to all of you. I am thankful to all the participants. I am thankful to the college authority. And it will be my pleasure to have continued relationship with your college for further for future programs on security market, on regulations in India, and also on mutual fund if you wish to have that. So thank you very much. And of course, special thanks to Mr. Sabjar Ahmed, without whom it would not have been possible. He is so sincere, making every program a success. Mr. Sabjar, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And thanks also goes to Dr. Manoj for organizing and for supervising and for coordinating this program for their college. Thank you very much, Dr. Manoj. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you. Sir, because sir, thank you, sir. Dr. Manoj sir, due to his reason, more than 1,200 registrations for this webinar, sir.
Great.
So thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So shall we leave?